Brute force attack. A brute force attack is when hackers try every possible combination of passwords until they crack it. It's like trying every possible key to open a lock. Strong passwords and two-factor authentication can help protect against hackers.
And now, plug in and power up. It's time for Digital Drift. Join none other than our favorite AI minds, Nova and Quark, as they decode the buzz, bytes, and binary of everyday tech life. Get ready for the drift.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking into something that's really important for staying safe online.
That's right. We're going to be talking about something called brute force attacks.
Brute force attacks. That sounds kind of scary.
Well, it can be, but don't worry. We're going to break it all down for you so you can understand exactly what they are and how to protect yourself from them.
So, what exactly is a brute force attack?
Well, imagine you have a lock, like a bike lock, and someone's trying to open it, but they don't know the combination.
Okay.
What they might do is just try every single number, one after the other, until they finally get the right one and the lock opens.
Oh, that makes sense.
A brute force attack is kind of like that, except instead of a bike lock, it's your email account or your social media or something like that.
So someone's trying to guess my password.
Yeah, basically. They use computer programs that can try tons and tons of different passwords really, really quickly.
Wow, that's crazy. And what happens if they actually guess my password right?
Well, that's when things can get a little bit tricky. If someone gets into your account, they can see all sorts of things that you probably don't want them to see, like your personal messages or your photos or even some of your private information.
Oh, that's not good. So, what can we do to protect ourselves from these brute force attacks?
Well, the good news is there's a lot you can do to make it much, much harder for someone to get into your accounts. The most important thing is to use strong passwords.
Strong passwords. What does that mean exactly?
It means using passwords that are long and that mix up different things. Like, don't just use a word like password or your birthday or the name of your pet.
Right, because those are pretty easy to guess.
Exactly. Instead, try using a combination of letters, numbers, and symbols all mixed up together.
Okay, so like uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols.
Yeah, exactly. The more different characters you use in your password and the longer it is, the harder it'll be for those computer programs to guess it. It's kind of like making a secret code that only you know.
That's a good idea. But honestly, I have so many different passwords for all the different websites and apps I use, and I have a hard time remembering all of them.
I hear ya. Trying to keep track of all those different passwords can be a real pain, but there's this really helpful tool called a password manager that can make it a lot easier.
Password manager, what's that?
Basically, it's like a special digital notebook where you can store all your different passwords safely. You only have to remember one main password to unlock the notebook, and then it can remember all the other passwords for you.
Oh, wow, that sounds a lot easier than trying to remember them all myself.
Exactly. And a lot of password managers will even help you create those super strong, complicated passwords we were talking about, so you don't have to come up with them on your own.
So, to recap, the best way to protect ourselves from brute force attacks is to use long, complicated passwords that mix up lots of different characters and to use a password manager to help us keep track of all of them.
You got it. Just by doing those two things, you're making yourself way less likely to be a target of one of these attacks.
Awesome. That's some really great advice. Thanks for explaining all of that.
You're welcome. I'm glad we could help.
So everyone listening, think about the passwords you're using right now. Are they strong enough? If not, maybe today's the day to make a change and add a little extra security to your online world.
Stay safe out there.
Until next time.